That winter storm everyone's been buzzing about all week. Yeah, it's here, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. This thing has gotten way bigger and nastier than anyone thought it would be. We're looking at a huge stretch of the country getting hammered with over an inch of ice buildup. And some spots could see up to 2 feet of snow piling up. Over 150 million folks are sitting right in this monster's crosshairs. Look, I'm not trying to scare you or blow things out of proportion. This is just what the numbers are telling us. You really need to grasp how serious this is about to get. What makes this storm stand out isn't just its sheer size, but how long it's going to stick around and wreak havoc. From Texas all the way to the East Coast, we're talking about snow and ice mixing together in ways that are downright treacherous. The latest data shows way more snow and ice than forecasters originally predicted, which is why we're seeing states of emergency pop up like dominoes. Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia have all declared them, with more likely on the way as this mess spreads. But wait, there's more, unfortunately. Behind this storm, there's an insanely powerful blast of polar air swooping down from the north. We're talking temps dropping to 30 degrees below zero over the next few days, with wind chills that could hit 60 below tomorrow. Yeah, you read that right, 60 below. That brutal cold is eventually going to push into the south, meaning all that snow and ice is going to hang around for a while, and any damaged power lines or infrastructure. Good luck getting those fixed quickly. This could be a multi-day, possibly even multi-week nightmare in terms of total impact. By the way, if you want specific forecasts for where you live, drop your city in the comments and I'll try to answer as many as I can. And hey, if you find this helpful, a like and subscribe would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's dive in. Let's kick things off with what's happening today, because this is just the beginning. This afternoon, things are ramping up as freezing rain and snow start spreading across western Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, and into Kansas. Later today, the freezing rain and snow are going to really pick up steam across Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and throughout the Texas Panhandle. Schools across Oklahoma are already closing left and right. Even the University of Oklahoma in Norman shut down this afternoon because of the ice threat. That should tell you something. The situation's going to intensify fast as the day goes on. Tulsa and Oklahoma City are already seeing freezing rain. It's pretty light for now, but it's already making the roads slippery. Any untreated road is basically a skating rink waiting to happen. Big worries across Oklahoma right now. The heaviest bands of snow and freezing rain are mostly hitting the Texas Panhandle and Kansas at the moment. By late tonight, this storm is going to blow up in size. We'll have freezing rain stretching from Little Rock back to Childress and even near Fort Worth. Heavy snow is going to be coming down hard in those dark blue zones that includes Tulsa, Fayetteville, and the Texas Panhandle around Amarillo. Lighter snow on the northern edge of the system, mainly back in Kansas, near Kansas City. Sandwiched between all that, sleet, including places like Oklahoma City around midnight. As we head into the overnight hours Friday into early Saturday morning, this massive band of freezing precipitation and snow pushes into the Mississippi Valley, where Tennessee and Kentucky are going to start feeling the impact. If you're in Tennessee or Kentucky, you've technically still got today to grab any last-minute supplies, groceries, a generator, whatever you might need. There's still time, but this winter storm will be knocking on your door no later than sunrise tomorrow for most of you. I want to point out there's going to be a big area of moderate to heavy snowfall, especially in northern Arkansas just outside Memphis. This will eventually roll into Nashville tomorrow morning. But here's the thing, this snowfall isn't going to be nearly as heavy as the second wave of snow that's going to develop. There are actually two parts to this storm. Think of them as Act 1 and Act 2. This first wave is going to hit the mid-Atlantic and East Coast sometime during the day tomorrow. The one behind it? That's going to absolutely explode in size by tomorrow night into Sunday. That's what's going to bring the really intense snow, freezing rain, and sleet. For a lot of you, this first round is basically the appetizer before the main course. That second system coming in could actually dump twice as much snow as this first wave, because the snowfall rates are going to be way more intense. This is getting complicated fast. Saturday afternoon, all that snow and freezing rain moves into Nashville and Memphis, where heavy freezing rain is a real possibility. Ice storm warnings are likely all around that region, as we could see over an inch of ice piling up. Little Rock keeps getting pounded with freezing rain. Snow pushes into the Ohio Valley during the day. Saturday mostly light to moderate, with snowfall rates up to 1.5 to 2 inches per hour possible. Saturday afternoon, that snow and ice start really firing up in the mid-Atlantic, where we could see some seriously gnarly ice storm conditions. A huge area of moisture is going to develop behind this, and that's what's going to bring the big snowfall and ice totals. Let me walk you through what happens Saturday night and Sunday morning, because this is when things get really hairy. Saturday night, we'll have snow falling across the Ohio Valley back into Virginia and North Carolina. Freezing rain and sleet in Tennessee, still a bit in Arkansas, and then in the Carolinas, especially near Greenville, South Carolina, and Charlotte. This is that new band of precipitation developing between the two waves. There's going to be a bit of a gap in the moisture. You'll still get some light snow. It's freezing rain and sleet, but nothing major. Saturday night, that freezing rain is going to grow rapidly and basically merge into one gigantic winter storm. We'll have freezing rain across the Carolinas, Kentucky, back into North Texas, right along the Mississippi River Valley. Check out this massive swath of snow. Arctic air is going to come pouring out of Canada, ramping up Saturday night. And we'll also have tremendous moisture streaming in from the Pacific. All this snow by Saturday night is going to be way more intense than that first band hitting the mid-Atlantic. We're talking about roughly double the accumulation because the snowfall ratios are vastly different. We're seeing a lot more snow for the amount of moisture falling from the sky. Much heavier snow is going to come down Saturday night into early Sunday. By late Sunday morning, that freezing rain, sleet, and heavy snow continues from Oklahoma back into Ohio and across parts of the Northeast. Our heaviest freezing rain is where all those ice storm warnings are currently posted. Those dark purple zones could see really significant ice rapidly stacking up, leading to widespread power outages right along the Mississippi River just north of Vicksburg, up toward Memphis. Little Rock will be dealing with freezing rain. If you're in North Texas, there will be a brief switch to snow Sunday morning, but it won't be as much as places like Missouri or Illinois, maybe just 1 to 2 inches. Later Sunday morning, this winter storm mostly clears out of Texas and Oklahoma, though we could still have light flurries and freezing drizzle. If you're in Houston, even though there's no obvious precipitation moving through your area, any rain that falls will likely freeze immediately after that Arctic front blows through. There will probably be at least some ice on the roads Sunday near the Gulf Coast. Freezing rain continues in the Ohio Valley and Tennessee Valley. By lunchtime, we've got heavy snow blanketing the Ohio Valley and some pretty serious snow near Long Island, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York, with snowfall rates as high as 3 inches per hour. It's going to come down fast, which could easily lead to over a foot in some spots. Freezing rain keeps going in Tennessee, the Carolinas, and around Atlanta. You guys are likely looking at icing Saturday and Sunday. Sunday afternoon, all that heavy snow starts pushing into the Northeast. We'll still have some snow in Ohio, but really heavy snow continues in Pennsylvania and southern New England with sleet right in the middle. Freezing rain keeps falling in the Carolinas, right along the Appalachian Mountains. Heavy rain continues in the southeast with a risk of severe weather, including an isolated threat of damaging winds and maybe even a tornado in Georgia and Florida. Late Sunday night and early Monday, most of the snow is out of the country. The only thing left is a light batch across New England and a bit of freezing rain possible near Boston, Connecticut, and Rhode Island that could affect Cape Cod Monday. In terms of total snowfall, this could easily be a historic winter storm for a lot of you. I'm going to level with you. Part of this forecast is actually kind of conservative. This is my own snowfall forecast for the next 3 to 4 days. Back in northern Oklahoma and southeast Kansas, that's one of the prime zones for potentially seeing over a foot of snow. Tulsa, Enid, Oklahoma, and near Wichita. I'm thinking 12 to 15 inches. Then from southern New Hampshire and Vermont back into Kentucky near Louisville and Cincinnati. I'm expecting at least 12 to 15 inches. Thank you guys. See you next video.